Day 4, daily videos. I know I said daily vlogs, but I mean technically I uploaded a vlog today. I uploaded just an older vlog, the Valio 500 vlog. If you haven't seen it, go check it out like right now. Now pause this video, go watch the Valio 500 vlog because it's a good one. It took me a while to put it together, but I'm really proud of it. So if you're gonna watch any video of mine, you watch that one today. Alright, I don't normally wear singlets. I don't even know why, because it perfectly shows off like the tattoos. You know, I spent money on those, so kind of important. This is my water jug, my water canister. Try to finish it once a day. I used to try and finish it once a day, and you know what? During summer, when it gets hot and you're dehydrated, easy to do. I'm gonna leave that here because I'm about to go for like a nice bike ride because I don't have work today, which means I had time to sleep in for one. That was important. But man, you know, just sleeping in summer sucks. Like it sucks. I don't know if it's just you or if it's just me, but man, I can't sleep in summer. It's terrible. We're gonna go for a bike ride. So a little bit of a story time on why I now ride a bike, because this isn't something that I always did. It's something that actually recently happened in the last year. So one of my friends at work, his name's Tom, and he rides his bike into work. Now to be fair, Tom lives in the city, which is like a 5-minute bike ride from work. So it's nothing for him. But I live about a 20-minute drive, which means in peak hour traffic, it's about a 20-minute drive. And I thought to myself, man, I hate just sitting in my car, being stuck in traffic. There's gotta be a better way. And then I thought, oh, I could ride a bike into work. So I went to my friend who I knew he had an old a mountain bike back when we were teenagers and we used to ride them together. And I was like, hey man, do you still have that old bike? And he's like, yeah, I do. So we dug it out of the garage and I cleaned it up, got the tires pumped up and everything. And I took it to the bike store. So where I work is on the street, and just down the street is a bike store. I took it to the bike store and I was like, guys, can you just check it over, make sure it's safe to ride? So what I did is I rode the bike in to work to, you know, get it assessed, because my car doesn't fit the bike. It's a sedan. I wouldn't be able to fit it. I get a phone call like halfway through the day and they're like, yep, so this bike you've got us to look over, you might want to come in to store so we can tell you about it. And I'm like, oh, well that's not good, is it? Because if it was something minor, they just call me and tell me over the phone. So I go in later that day and what's up with the bike? And they're like, oh, it's not good. See these brakes? I'm like, yeah, well, they don't work. I'm like, oh, well, yeah, they don't work well. I did use them to get here, like I would come to a sliding stop, but surely that's not a big issue. And they're like, yeah, well, you've also got no suspension. I'm like, all right, no suspension, that's sure, how big of a fix is that? And then they just kept going and they started listing and rattling off everything that was wrong with the bike. And I'm like, okay, so what you're saying is it's not worth fixing. I'm like, nah, it's not. The gears don't work, the brakes don't work, the suspension's gone on it. Realistically, probably shouldn't have ridden it into the store, but you know, I wanted to get it looked at, so we did that. And then so they're like, you're better off just buying a new bike. And I was like, okay, which one do you recommend? And the guy's taken it back. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I need to get home, and it's either a 20-minute-ish bike ride. He comes over and we take a look at this bike. He goes, this bike is your size, it will do. It's like on sale for $370. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. And he's like, oh, you mean now? I'm like, yes, now. Again, I need to get home. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. Just give me a minute. You work down the road. I'm like, I work down the road. He's like, oh, just come back towards the end of the day. I'll have it ready for you. I'm like, sick. So went back, end of the day, and I am the proud owner of this. What is this? Big 7 Mirada, not 100% sure on how to pronounce it, but now I ride my bike in as often as I can, unless I have other places to go after work. Then of course I drive, because I'm not gonna bike it like a 20-minute bike ride into work and then like a 40-minute bike ride to the office and then an hour bike ride home. I mean, I could do it, but I feel like it's better better ways I could be using my time. So that is a story of how I came into possession of the bike, and I've got Tom to thank for it, for inspiring me to get a bike. So thanks, Tom. If you ever watch this, I don't know if he does watch these videos, but yeah, I really like this bike. And over the year, I've gotten different tires because it came with mountain tires, and I just wanted to be able to ride smoother on the road. So got new tires. I got these little satchels, these bags that are hanging off of it, so I can now put stuff like my earbuds and my phone and other things like my keys, and I don't have to like have them either in my pocket, which another story. I was riding down to work and my phone, stupid me, I always put it in my bag. I always had put it in my bag, but today I was in a rush, so I just shoved everything into my pocket. I'm like, I gotta go. And it ended up making me more late because my phone fell out of my pocket somewhere down the road and I had to go back and get it. So that's a lesson learned. Don't cycle with things in your pockets. It's not worth it. And I got a mud guard, and I've just got other accessories for the bike to make it more comfy. Speaking of comfort, I did just get a new saddle because the default one was so rough. So yeah, that's just a little story time. I'm about 38 minutes into this workout or this bike ride. I'm gonna start heading back, dump the footage so it's ready to edit and upload tonight. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Man, I missed chocolate already. I've learned a lesson today. Never go out for a bike ride without water. I thought it would be like a quick 20 minute trek. When in reality, it was almost an hour. Oh, the sweat stings my eyes. Alright, I'm gonna have a quick shower and we'll get back into the vlog. Whether I don't know what's happening in this vlog, man. Just stick around. I'm sure it'll be a fun ride. Okay, hello. Just ignore the hair, but I guess that's what happens when you just wake up. Bed hair. Yeah. I went to have that shower and laid back on my bed. Once I finished the shower, so I went in, I got changed, and I laid back just to rest for a little bit. And the next thing I know, I wake up an hour and a half later. I guess that bike ride took a lot more out of me than I thought, but you know what? It's also summer. It's like 35 degrees Celsius, whatever it is in Fahrenheit. Don't know. I'm salty. So the heat's just there. The heat ruins me as well. I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish and leave you with one more bike story. So this one night, I'm going out to go. I decided to go out to like Hungry Jack's to get dinner because it's like a 5-minute bike ride away. And I grabbed the bike, grabbed my helmet, grabbed my phone, get the bike through the house, about to leave, close the door to leave, and this door locks itself. So you just close it, boom, locked. Don't even have to think about it. And then I realized, oh shit, I don't have my keys. So I'm like, oh, what do I do? So I realized the only thing I've got as an option to me is my housemate's keys. So I call him, I'm like, hey man, where do you say you're going? Your friend's house? How far away is that? And he just tells me, he goes, oh, 20-minute drive, 30-minute drive. I'm like, cool, okay, that's probably like a 45-minute bike ride. And I tell him, and he's like, oh, you're an idiot. I'm like, I know I'm an idiot. I know, don't leave your keys inside. And I ask him, I'm like, okay, how long are you gonna be? He's like, oh, a couple of hours. I'm like, I'm not waiting a couple of hours to get back inside. I guess I'm making this bike ride. So jump on my bike and I start riding. It's like, yeah, it takes 45 minutes to get there, and I'm like, just one set of keys, mate. And I grab the keys off him, ride back, I get dinner on the way, and I get back in. So that's the moral of the story, guys. Don't forget your keys. Don't forget your keys. Alright, have a good morning, evening, and night, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video.